you have what, 13 brothers and sisters? Is that correct? 13. Where did you fit in that group? Like, are you the oldest, the youngest, in the middle?
Youngest boy. I do have maybe about two sisters and two brothers that I don't know them.
Oh, you didn't know them? So you didn't grow up at all?
I spoke to them on the phone before, but we don't.
So when you're calling everybody after you won the title, how long did it take to make those calls? You got 13 siblings and you took calls.
They finally, it was good to know that I had people out there. I knew about them, but I never really, interacted with them.
How many were you close to or grew up with that that were?
The ones that's not in Haiti, obviously close to each other. But the one that's still in Haiti, I don't really. I talk to them from time to time, text, but we're not really that close, obviously.
I'm not an expert, certainly, on athletes from Haiti, but I was looking at the list of athletes, and certainly I'm not an expert on soccer, but it looks like there hasn't been one guy like the Michael Jordan of Haiti. And so Adonis Stevenson and yourself and Jean Pascal, Old Paulie, I don't know, who is the greatest athlete from Haiti, and are you in the running for that?
Beware. I am.
Of course. Who do you, like, was there somebody in Haiti that people look up to, a soccer player, anybody that people said, hey, this is our guy, Pele was Brazil.
Well, in Haiti, people don't, we do have athletes, of course, but I think that people in Haiti look up to their ancestors. Obviously, there was an emperor named by the name of Toussaint. That was a great emperor. That people looked at him like their a role model, like somebody that was able to. The slave and everything like that. So we were not. We were free from the slaves, and you had this other one. His name was Deontay. He was able to actually fought the French, and
it's Toussaint over there.
Yeah, no, Deontay fought the French. Toussaint would have died before, and Deontay was able to fought the French army. Pretty much killed it. Pretty much destroyed the whole army.
A one-man band.
So this is what the Haitian people look at, like pretty much take their pride into.
So if Deontay were to win the heavyweight title, you think people in Alabama would be pretty excited about winning the title, right? Were they going crazy? Were they dancing in the street when you won the title? Like, was there a celebration?
I noticed some people that sent me videos of, they were happy, and it was good to see that. It was good to see that. It was even better to have the president call my cell phone.
Is that right?
And I got his cell phone. I could call him anytime.
Do it now. Let's call him King. Let's talk to the president. Call him now.
But it's great. It's great to have to be known like this in different countries. It's just a great thing to be a part of.
But when you're a kid, you never think, someday the president is going to call my phone and I'm going to be on the phone with the president, right? That had to be pretty cool.
It is. I couldn't. I mean, this is things that would stay with me for the rest of my life. I mean, these are a moment that I can't ever forget.
When you won, they went pretty wild. I remember in Canada, especially on the media level, they were like, "This is our guy. Canada now has a heavyweight champion," and I don't even think they barely even mentioned anything with Haiti in any of the articles. It was sort of like, "We got now a Canadian heavyweight champion to challenge Klitschko."
Right.
Did anyone from Canada of note called you? Other than the media, I'm sure that you were hounded by the media, but in terms of like on a political level?
Yes, I actually went to Canada after the aerial fight for about 2 weeks. I met the mayor, gave me the key to the city, and stuff like that.
In Montreal?
Yeah, in Montreal. So I met a couple people. I had phone calls from the secretary or the governor or something called me, and I mean these are like things that I never imagined I would be able to experience.
You haven't had too many fights in Canada, but they seem to be like begging for you to go there and make a title defense.
Well, that's up to the men, right?
Well, we'll come with that. We'll have to come with everybody. That's what he's going to be, a people's champion to go around the world, but and build up a reputation where when they do meet a Klitschko, he'll be meeting him on terms superior, if not equal. If you do it now, it's going to be Klitschko will be able to dictate policy on whatever it is, and that ain't the way we want it to be.
Is it hard to turn those opportunities down? Because more than likely, if he gets past his fight, they get past their upcoming fight, they're going to try to come to you guys.
Yeah, but they're going to come to us, but they're going to want us to be subservient to them. Any great negotiating man understands, he's going to say what he had, how long he's been a champion, he has X amount of belts and all that. Not interested in that. I'm interested in what he's doing right now, talking to you so you can carry the word to what type of human being you have, as well as the great athlete that you see in his display of talent on Saturday night. He will be bigger than Klitschko, because Klitschko and them were just European fighters. They're proving it over the 10-year tenure of being of whatever they were doing. Not here. When he fought in America, Lehman Brewster right here in this town in Las Vegas knocked him out. You know what I mean? So he got a great great heart but a weak chin. You know what I mean? So he's a very palatable person. And I really like him a lot. But the idea is that I want him to be as big or bigger around the world, so that when they do meet, they meet at least on even Steven. If not, we be in a position of people power more so than he. Because nobody don't even know who the champion is. And everybody they fight, you got to be in Germany. You got to be in Europe. You know what I mean? No. This is a world championship. That's why it'll be good for him to fight in Canada. It'll be good for him to fight in Haiti, to do a fight for peace there. You know what I mean? And good to fight all over the world. Egypt, El Fattah Sisi, he wants him to come down. He's the new general, now the new president of Egypt. You know what I mean? So you got them calling from all over that they want to see him be in there with Qatar. You know what I mean? And everybody. So this way we take him as he is, a world champion. And so when the headquarters, Las Vegas, Nevada. You know what I mean? And this is where we would be. So we'll take the word of Sandoval and Harry Reid to all the rest of the world. When you talk about officials and governors and senators from the states. So it's going to be good, man. He's a dynamic fighter, but more importantly, a great human being. And just because he won a title, he ain't had a chance to make no money yet. He wants to make some money. That's why he struggled so hard, committed himself and did without was, in order to gain fame and acclaim, but to get paid at the same time simultaneously. So let him make some money, see what it is. That's why we may take on Tyson.
Fury or Mike?
No, Mike Tyson, you know what I mean? Mike Tyson is no longer out of the ball game because, Bernard Hopkins, 50 years old, still there and the champion, and before he lost. And then you had George Foreman, who came back. Now, anybody want to know how to put something together or got any kind of new idea, call my friends at Event Help, you know what I mean? And so I want him to be the same way, you know what I mean? To be able to go out there, to gain a fame and acclaim, but to be accepted and be a part of the daily measure from soup to nuts, from the church to the home to the schools, to everybody, of a great champion who cares about the people that he's champion of and represent them proudly with dignity and pride. And that's what we are working for, and that's what he's going to be able to ascertain once he knocks out Deontay Wilder.
Berman, when's the last time you got pissed off?
Excuse me?
When's the last time you got pissed off and raised your voice?
Last night.
That's all. That's all. That's all you have to do. I knew it was in you.
It wasn't last night. No, I don't.
He's even-minded, man.
When's
He's
the last
a
time you
somber
got
type of
stressed
person.
out?
You know what I mean? You don't get
Stressed out?
Yeah, what stresses you out?
You know, not a lot of things stresses me out.
And if they did, you wouldn't tell him anyway. What are you going to tell him? You know, so he kid all around so they know how to get you aggravated.
That's a good question.
Yeah, what are you talking about, David?
It's a good question.
Yeah, what are you talking about, man? You ain't got nobody to tell him everything, man.
I know what stress you out. One girl in the top and one in the bottom.
Oh, man.
No.
Oh, man. There's the
You
answer to
train
your
with a lot
Vegas
of
question.
experienced guys that
It's
have been made with
11
the
years
gym.
in
You've been there
Vegas.
for a while. Has any of these guys given you any pointers about this fight, or when they knew the fight was coming up or during training camp and said they see some certain holes you could exploit?
Well, I don't really see a lot of people at the gym because we train in the morning and the gym is locked. So by the time I leave, that's when people come in. So I don't really interact with people that's in the gym.
It seems everyone at that gym kind of claim, like every other place, has claimed you as their own. Like, that's our guy, our champion at his gym, and you're going to see Deontay get laid out on Saturday.
Well, yeah, that's
From your lips to God's ears. You know what I mean? We're working toward that end. You know what I mean? And we're very happy that we're there. So anything else you guys want to talk about? If not, then let us go Saturday night and let this man go get his methodology, you know, corrected and focused upon. He's a great champion. He's your champion, my champion, everybody's champion, our people's champion. You know what I mean? So when they claim,
Don House's champion.
yeah, absolutely, everybody. You know what I mean? It is like a voice in the Baptist church, Kevin. Whosoever will.